Hi, and welcome to this brief introduction into Smartsheets and specifically the dashboard. We're going to cover at an extremely high level all the little bells and whistles that you're going to find in this application once you log in. Now, if you haven't done so already, by all means, feel free to visit smartsheets.com over here at the URL at the top. And then once you're on that, go to the right side and you're going to see the login button. Feel free to click that. And it's going to ask you to actually enter in your login information. Now, one of the good things about Smartsheet is it does in fact allow you to integrate with other different types of applications. If you joined via Google or if you joined via Microsoft or Apple, by all means, feel free to use that. But you can also enter in your actual email address. And we're going to go ahead and actually log in and gain access to the dashboard. So we're going to pause this video briefly and then return right back. Okay, so here we are logged into the latest and the greatest of Smartsheets.com. For those who are first taking this class in 2024, that is. Now, with that being said, we did in fact create a demo account for this specific class. And by all means, throughout the life cycle of this class, we will upgrade that plan just to show you the bells and whistles of this specific paid plans as we progress. Now, with that being said, when you first create a free trial, you're going to see that right up at the top here, this is what the dashboard is going to look like. And right up at the top is going to be that infamous green button encouraging you, enticing you, and more importantly, reminding you to upgrade your plan. It's going to actually show you how many days you have left in your free trial. And so again, feel free to go ahead and click that button if at any point you decide you want an actual paid plan. Now, bear in mind, there are certain limitations to the free trial. So there are reasons why you may want to actually upgrade. And we've talked about those in other sections. But this is a pretty user-friendly system. It's pretty much simple as it gets. Now, with that being said, at the left side, you're going to see right over here, you're going to see the home button. Now, the home button is going to do nothing more than actually take you back to your dashboard. Right over here underneath that is going to be notifications. Now, it goes without saying that when you use Smartsheets, you are in essence creating spreadsheets to share that information with other individuals. You're going to ask those individuals, hey, can you do me a favor? Can you look at this spreadsheet and give me your opinion? Can you do me a favor and update this spreadsheet with the latest and greatest information? So essentially, the application is going to allow you to submit a request for that individual to look at your spreadsheet and provide feedback. Now, when you do that, that individual is going to log into their Smartsheets account. They're going to see that there's a notification. And that's what this icon is. It's notifying you basically if anyone submitted a request for you. Pretty simple process. At the end of the day, you're going to see the list of notifications if you did in fact get a request from someone to look at a specific sheet. And you're going to have the ability to, of course, actually delve deeper into what that sheet is and view it by clicking it. And you are also going to be able to manage this list right over here. Again, as you can see here, just click these three little dots up at the top of your notifications. And you have the ability to say, hey, I've read all my notifications. You have the ability to go ahead and seek help from the actual tech support for Smartsheets if you need it. And then it's going to also give you the settings for notifications. Now, bear in mind, you may not want all the emails notifying you of certain changes to spreadsheets you create. So by all means, if you are interested in editing those settings, you have the ability to access it this way nice and easy. Right over here, this is again, send us feedback. It's just them encouraging you to notify them if there's anything else that you're interested in seeing when it comes to notifications. So that's pretty much it. Pretty user-friendly. Now, the next thing on the list is browse. Now, think of browse no different than a library. You know, it's basically going to allow you to browse everything that's in your account. And if you notice here, it's going to be looking like a hierarchy over here where you can click this little arrow and you can gain access to all the little information in that specific sheets if it was there. Now, same thing with workspaces and then, of course, deleted items. Of course, up at the top, you have work apps. Now, here you're going to have the ability, once we'll go ahead and click Sheets, because we do in fact have a demo sheet for you. You're going to have the ability to see a list of all the sheets, all here. And it's as simple as showing you the name of the sheet, the owner, when was that sheet last updated. Now, as you get into here, another user-friendly thing that they do is they add a button. If you want to go ahead and create something in this actual library here. You have the ability to click this create, and as you can see here, you can create reports, a dashboard portal, a folder, a workspace, a card, project, task list, all those little extra bells and whistles. So by all means, feel free to visit this actual library or the browse button if in fact you are trying to find something. Now, one of the good things about actual Smartsheets is that if by chance you just got out of a project, and if you go to your dashboard, you're going to see instant access to actual projects you've worked on. You have the ability here to gain access to, like this is an example of one that we just created for this class, to gain instant access to the most recently viewed sheets that you created. So gain access that way. Another way you can gain access to projects that you previously worked on is by all means. You see here, there is an icon that says recent, and feel free to click that, recently opened. It's going to, again, show you the hierarchy of the information. It's going to allow you to, again, to open it by clicking these three little buttons right over here. And you have the ability to pin this to the top. You even have the ability to remove it from the recently opened list. So feel free to manage it that way. And as you see here, they do in fact have like a little pin over here that you can either pin or unpin. It really is up to you. Now, under here is favorites. It goes without saying, you kind of already know what favorites is, you know, what's the most favored sheets that you have. Again, just giving you instant access to things that files and sheets that you may be accessing quite frequently. Now, one of the good things about Smartsheets, here they have the ability to you to integrate various apps with Smartsheets. And if you do, in fact, integrate other applications with Smartsheets, you will be able to manage that list. And by all means, feel free to go to Work Apps, and you're going to be able to see that there. Now, with the Create button right over here is essentially accessing templates. That's one of the great things about Smartsheets is they give you pre-designed templates to expedite your process. And if you notice here, once all you have to do is click the little plus button, and it's going to show you all the various types of templates that you have access to. Right over here, you do have that drop down to actually look at specific different categories of templates. They have HR, they have IT, they have finance templates, they have marketing templates, they have operations, they have project management, sales, and whatnot. So at the end of the day, Smartsheets is not only a project management application, but a tool that a lot of different departments use. And if you notice here in project management, they even have good examples. This specific template, a simple project with a budget. So if you are in fact interested in creating a spreadsheet in Smartsheets for the very first time, use a template and actually tweak that template. Find one that is simple enough for you to actually use and expedite your process. Now, if you are interested then to say create new, you do have that little create new button up at the top. And of course, they are always putting that little question mark there for you. If you have any questions, you can contact support. Now, moving further down here, we talked about the workspace apps, and by all means, feel free to access more information on that through this icon launcher down here. The help, it goes without saying, the help is customer support. And then you have the infamous account. Now, when you click account, you again see the ability to upgrade your account, but you also have the ability to edit your actual account settings through your personal settings icon right there. And if you move further on down, you're going to see on the list that you can actually edit the color scheme of your actual dashboards and look and feel of the application. You can even actually edit your contacts. Now, bear in mind that when you use this application, you're creating a spreadsheet and you are then sharing that spreadsheet with other individuals. And as you share it, you enter in their name and their email address. Once you do that in a spreadsheet and you say, hey, Bob, can you do me a favor and look at this spreadsheet and update it? That information, that name and email address is going to be automatically added to your contacts list. And if you notice here, Bob Smith is actually physically added as a contact. So the system is actually going to add them to your contacts list automatically. Now, if by chance you happen to actually share a spreadsheet with someone for the first time and you know you don't really want them on your list of contacts, by all means, feel free to go back to your left side navigation, actually, and then just go ahead, go to your account. find your Smartsheet contacts, open it up, and here you're going to be able to find Bob on the list. And if you didn't want Bob on the list, click these three little buttons right over here, and it's going to allow you to delete that contact from your list. Now, again, we talked about it being extremely high level, so if you click edit, it's very high level to the point that it's only edit the name and edit, and here you don't even have the ability to edit the email address. It's only edit the name. So again, a very simple system, but effective system, that is. Now, that pretty much is it for when it comes to the navigation of the dashboard, all the various bells and whistles you're going to find. And as we mentioned before, that when you first log in, you're going to see this humongous button here. And this button is going to allow you to go ahead and quickly create new. Now, we do want to point out that when it comes to Smartsheets, you have the ability to create sheets. But in Smartsheets, you also have the ability to create forms, reports, dashboards. Here you have work apps access. You can browse templates, everything and anything. My point is this, that Smartsheets is not just limited to spreadsheets. You can, in fact, create robust forms and then even convert those forms into PDF format to allow other individuals to then use that in PDF format. So by all means, feel free to play around with the navigation system if you are in fact new to Smartsheets. It's a very simple application, but an extremely effective application. And we look forward into the next section as we begin to show you step-by-step process. How do you create a spreadsheet for the very first time? And we look forward to seeing you into the next section.